himself, an anti-establishment type of guy. Mr. Beck, welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much, Beck.
You know, the last time you were on, you said the following to me. You said, I don't belong to anything anymore, and I want to feel like I belong to something. I don't even like my country is even the same. I don't belong to anything. Nobody's listening to me, and I don't have any levers that control my own life. You were sort of describing the way you feel as if there are people out there, and I had somebody else describe it to me, they feel homeless in their own country. Is that what you were trying to get across?
Yeah, and that's not just describing me. I think that's describing a lot of people, and I can't actually bring myself to say that your last guess was right, only because then there will be a YouTube clip of me saying that.
That's
it will
okay.
be used against me.
By the way,
But
I think
he
Mr.
is-
Moore probably doesn't want to, is worried about the same thing
Right.
for him, right? Yeah.
Right, but there is, he has diagnosed the problem in the country. Nobody feels like they're listening. We're shouting over each other, and you know everything. I mean, I was watching the first 20 minutes of the show. Gee, who would have guessed those guests would have said those things? Everybody feels like there's a play going on, and we're just watching it and looking at each other and shaking our heads in disbelief. And nobody's listening to the hardworking American who doesn't feel like they belong to anything anymore. In fact, it's almost as if we're standing outside and we're not being invited to this party at all. And it's going to backfire. And it's interesting that you would have Michael Moore and me both on the same show talking about this, because I think there's a lot of people that would claim that Michael Moore and Glenn Beck are responsible for a lot of this. When I can't speak for Michael because I honestly I don't watch much of what he does, and I'm sure he doesn't with me. But I warned about this. You know, when they were mocking me for bringing up Nazis, the reason why I did many of the times was to warn about the rise of the uber right in Europe that would lead into America, and it's happening. We have to change our course, and we have to change our course as individuals now.
You know, you and I were had an interesting back and forth before this show when we were talking about this segment, and I think one of the challenges I know you wanted to discuss is how do you the eventual winner has to govern, right? And the eventual winner is going to be governing a populace, 40% of which will maybe not accept the result, and 40% of which certainly won't listen to what anyone is saying out of Washington. So how do they, give a recipe of how to start to fix this problem?
No, I've been looking through history, and the only thing I can come back to is Gandhi and Martin Luther King. What we're going through right now is more of a Malcolm X attitude, where we don't understand reconciliation. We just want to win. We have to stop winning, and we have to start reconciling with each other, and realize we're not going to lose our houses or our jobs or our country. We're losing something much more important. We're losing ourselves. We're losing our civility. We're losing our decency. We're losing our neighbors and our family. How high of a price are we willing to pay before we say the idea that Malcolm X had, which was get 'em, it is not the path that we should go on. We have to start reconciling with each other. And unfortunately, right now, there's no leader to do that nationally. It's going to require each of us in our own communities to stand and be shamed and be pilloried for it, but actually stand and do it.
All right, Glenn Beck, I'm going to leave it there, but both you and Michael Moore proved why this was a segment that all of us here were looking forward to. I appreciate you coming on. Thanks very much.
You bet.
Later in the broadcast.